Welcome back to Hawkwind Data. On this channel, I draw upon decades of experience as a builder and a leader in data to give you actionable, pragmatic recommendations on how to use analytical insights and data to fuel your business operation. Today, I want to talk again about experimentation because experimentation is so core to analytical insight. It's one of the central disciplines. And in particular, I want to talk about concluding experiments, that process by which we measure and conclude, and now we know what to do. Are we going to take our new versions, our new treatments, and put them in the field? Or are we going to keep the mainstay legacy version? This process of concluding an experiment is not just about calculating which version performed better. It's about knowing when to do that, knowing at what point in time it makes sense to actually calculate the results of your experiment. Let's take a very simple example. Let's pretend we are an e-commerce company and we want to try a treatment out, maybe some sort of promotion or discount, to increase the purchase rate among new customers, see if we can get a second or third purchase. So we deliver a treatment to half the group and we withhold half the group. Very simple setup. Now, if we analyze results right away, let's say a week after the promotion ends, and we see that there's a 6% lift from the treatment, we might be inclined to go tell product and merchandising and whoever else that we know the answer, distribute this promotion more broadly, and actually make it a regular practice for all new incoming customers. So now we're going to be giving some sort of discount to every customer who comes in and makes a first purchase, let's say a month after they've purchased. If they haven't had a second purchase, issue them another promotion. The problem here is that we haven't given the necessary time to watch things unfold. It's very possible that in the type of experiment I just described, the treatment group, the group that received the discount, is simply moving their purchase forward, and that the control group will actually catch up organically without us actually giving out a discount. So we need to check in. It's good to get a point-in-time measurement right away, but then we also want to look 2 months, maybe a few quarters down the road. Before we decide to give everyone free money, we need to make sure that that free money is producing incremental value. And if the control group will organically catch up, it invalidates that incremental, and we don't want to give it away. It's just moving something forward. It's not increasing the incremental value of the customer. Now, it's worth considering that as time moves on from the end of our experiment, various forms of noise can creep in. New experiments, marketing campaigns, pricing changes, competitor activities, and we need to make sure that none of these changes have a larger influence on one group than the other in terms of our A-B split, because that would bias the results of our analysis as we move away from the experiment. It's also possible to have noise within the experiment, but usually we can be more acutely aware of those things. This is why I advocate using the Hawkwind inquiry framework to go through your experiment planning before you run the experiment. First of all, to make sure that all of the aspects of the experiment are clearly worked out, but also to consider the various sources of noise and the various sources of confounding factors that we could have inside of our experiment.